Hello, this is Timespinner. I'm Ryushikaze. I'm joined by Blastinus, and we just cut out a bunch of me faffing about trying to get the fairy to do shit. Maybe I just don't know how to do it, but for now, it's my boy Griffin all the way.
Yep, Griffin for life.
Yeah. But now that I've got the water mask, I've got a bunch of water to explore.
So when does that whole, fading from history thing happen?
You know, I have no idea. I guess because... I guess it's more working on the new timelines rules rather than the Back to the Future fade from history rules. Because their entire, civilization has had these time messengers who give up their own history to save the clan.
I see.
I guess they aren't gonna fade.
So it's kind of more like causality, where the time period in which you went back and warned them is different from the time period in which you lived, so effectively your life never happened.
Yeah, I think that is the logic here.
So the question then becomes, once they've delivered their message, where does the time messenger go?
They are rejoined back into the clan. They try and make a new life, but they have to know that their old life is gone. You remember the angry kid from the beginning? His dad was a former time messenger who had another son before he left, and just, even though he tried to be a good dad, he always was, mourning his former life, and that made the kid really angry. That's not something you could, that's spelled out, but it's in the your mother's memories if you read them deep enough.
I see. I'm guessing the eel meat is going to be another thing for the foodstuffs quest, I guess.
If it's not, I'm going to be surprised. I'm wondering if another upgrade is going to make us move better in water, because at the moment we're moving in it, but we're sluggish. So it feels like there might be a second upgrade, but it all depends, I guess, on how long we're going to be in water.
Or really how long this game is.
Yeah.
This game hasn't really given us any idea of an end game yet.
Not yet. And we've only really gotten, our time powers, our double jump, our water walk, and our fast travel.
And we haven't really seen another piece of the Timespinner yet.
No, we haven't. Which is why I wonder if we get another Timespinner piece, we might actually get another era. Maybe the future. Which would be interesting.
I mean, I'd be down for it. Get all these time periods in there.
Yeah. Or maybe heading to, back to Windaria or to Valette. See what, they're like in these times.
That's true. You can't just go through time with the spinner. You can also get sent through space.
Yeah, because the first time we went through, we got chucked to a different planet a couple weeks in the future. Every other time, we've basically, gone to the same relative position in space, but that doesn't mean we have to. Because the big fall that we took the first time that we went through it was because we were on like the 5th or 6th floor of a building when we tried to jump through the time spinner.
Right.
And did not even remotely think of where we were going.
Well, I mean, we haven't been thinking about what we've been doing up until now. Like, why start?
Yeah, that's a good point. Full steam ahead. Damn the consequences. So this is an interesting little... little orb. I have no idea how to really offensively use that. I'm guessing the secondary effects are where that's gonna shine.
Have you actually tried using it in combat?
A little. The problem is it just drops so immediately. It might do, like, contact damage.
I was thinking that maybe it could be like holy water, where you just kind of lay it there and wait for enemies to go over it.
Yeah, no, that's my thought. But when I try it, which is not in this recording session, it's mostly against the weak enemies, and they die pretty quick, so... I'll see if I just dropped it on them. I'll see if I can drop it and get them to walk over it. And I'll try and get that on camera.
And here's my thought, like, maybe you can also, like, set it on the top of water. Have you tried that?
That would be not a bad idea. Use it as a platform?
Yeah.
Remember the last time we were here?
Nope.
1,000 years in the future?
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Now there's not a door here.
I remember when we will be here.
Yeah. Oh, the chances of time travel. And you will have had done something in the past, which is your future.
Well, the past is the past, but the present is the future, a little ways into the future.
In the future, well, we don't even know. For all we know, we've already been there. So that did get me, I don't think I commented on it when it was first mentioned, but at one point the alchemist lady refers to Linnea's present as the present instead of your present, and I just thought, huh, that's an odd way to phrase it for her.
As in, you think that she might know more than she's letting on?
No, it's, like, she is still surprised by time travel. It's just the specific phrasing of, you know, the present instead of your present. I still think that she's from this time. I just think that that was a situation where the writer maybe just wasn't proofing quite thoroughly.
Yeah, that's my thought, that it was just like an error there.
Yeah.
Though, if you have to make allowances for, like, potentially, like, bad writing, then plot analysis does fall apart a little.
It does. But this is just a simple one, like, mostly because it's you could easily explain it as her saying the present to try and think of it from Linnea's perspective to make things simpler. Because she was specifically talking about, could you go to the present and, you know, get this information for me. Hey, hidden wall.
I think that you weren't even trying to do that one.
No, that one I was entirely by accident.
Well, just be one of those happy little accidents.
Oh yeah. Just make a tree, some clouds, happy little accidents.
Yes, that is in fact the thing that I was referring to.
Yeah. I was just trying to imagine her painting with the lightning bolts.
I mean, if you curve it well enough, you could probably write your name in the air.
Oh yeah. Or arc welded on some sheet metal.
You've got lightning powers, the world is your oyster. And speaking of oysters...
This is your escargot. I'm pretty sure that the white gunk is immobilization traps. But I don't think I've ever actually landed it. Because the only other enemy that I've seen use it was that bird boss.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that's a run-on sentence there.
Oh yeah. But he's Emperor, he doesn't care. He's essentially, try your diplomacy, stupid child.
Ooh. Countdown to the lucky stone is very, very short now.
Oh yes. Especially with drops like that. Ancient Frail.
I'm guessing that if you don't kill it, then the shell actually hurts you.
Probably. I'm like 100% sure of it, but I've never actually let it hit me. So I can only say probably, even though, like, logically I know it would. Had to check for wall meat.
Creepy music. I think we're about to... Oh, yep, there's another boss.
There is a boss door. I ignored for a moment, though. Because, you remember the caverns?
Hey!
There's another way in and out.
I wonder if this also unseals it in the future.
That's a good question. I will have to check that. For now, I'm just curious about getting this chest up here at the top.
Thank goodness for no falling damage, eh?
Yeah, because if there was, I'd be dead. So yeah, there's a very interesting special effect in this battle.
Uh-huh.
Because we are on a third planet entirely, Villete, which is where the people who become the Lekemi are from originally, it's full of basically the stuff that what is magic, and so our aura power regenerates like twice as fast.
She seems to be taking this whole, like, devoured by a demonic face thing in stride.
I mean, you sort of have to.
Did you try to time travel through these things?
This is one of those battles where I completely forget that I can do time travel in. And by the time that I remember that, oh, I could probably time travel, I've basically won.
Outstanding. I'm sure that destroying a portal between worlds won't have any ramifications.
I mean, it might, in that I think it was the portal that was there was the way in which the other planet was destroyed, so...
So maybe if we go to the future, there won't be a ring anymore.
Yeah, well, we will have to check that out. For now, though, I'm going to fill in a bit of the map that I did not do in my initial run through the catacombs. And it's going to get us a nifty new thing.
Is it another orb?
It is more orb.
Never go wrong with some more orbs.
Oh yeah. But cowbell, but better, because you can kill people with it.
You could kill someone with a cowbell.
Yeah, but not as effectively. I mean, if it's still attached to the cow, it's a lot easier.
That seems like a really impractical way to kill somebody, though.
With a cow?
Yeah. Just swinging it by its cowbell.
I mean, where else are you going to grab them? The udders? That'd be ridiculous. Yeah. Notice that Griffin is just throwing out magic basically every other attack. He is the best familiar.
I kind of feel a little bit let down by that, actually, that they didn't have just the one familiar, but then he gets like more powers as the plot goes on or something.
I mean, I can double check on how Mewif, has developed, see if he's got anything new. But the developer was, clear about having multiple familiars in the game.
I guess you can't let down the fans.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a super jump because that is not a jump I can make even with a double jump.
Not remotely.
Yep. And there's no enemies to platform off of. But what there is the wind orb. Which is basically, I think, the fastest attack orb thus far.
That's not wind. That's like a rapier or something.
Yeah, it's basically wind rapiers. I do think it is of wind elemental or something, but yeah, no, it looks like it's just stabbies. It might be a reference to the Valmanway / Persigrim, which was the Sword of Wind and had sort of a similar animation, but...
I thought the Chrysogrim was more like a series of rapid slashes.
It is in its first appearance, but in later ones, it's a series of, wind strikes. Because it shows up again in Aria and Dawn, and I think in... it might show up in Portrait as well.
Yeah, it looks like the ectoplasm doesn't really care about wind at all.
Nope. The Ancient Frail is definitely weak to it, though.
Oh yeah, you can tell like there are white numbers and then there are red numbers. I think that's supposed to show what's effective and what isn't.
Yeah, the red is effective, the white is neutral, and I think there's a third color that's sort of a brown that is for not effective. Yeah, so I need 2 more plasma pods for her quest. And I need to figure out where the hell the sick guy's quest item is, and...
Yeah. I'm gonna need to find that stinking feather at some point.
Yeah. And also, our dragon is communicating with people through their dreams.
Creepy.
Very.